What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about HBAR in this video today. It is the 28th day of October, and here we are at about 20 cents right now, 8 hours and 1 minute left in the day. 9%, almost a 10% pump as it stands from open to the current price. We've had a overall almost 20% pump from a low to a high today. Definitely some life coming in. It's nice to see. I wouldn't be surprised, and I was looking here at like what's the top performer in the top 100. It's HBAR. I wouldn't be surprised if we did see Stellar Lumens get a little move up from this as well. You know, HBAR and Stellar, they typically do move together. I mean, their consolidation phases look the exact same as far as what we've been doing over the past year. But anyways, this is an HBAR video, not an XLM video. Get out of here, Stellar. We'll talk about you when you're doing well. Looking at this on the one, plus we talked about it yesterday. So looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, zooming in here, the 1 hour RSI looks spectacular. It looks superb. You've actually got higher lows and higher highs going really throughout this whole range here. I don't have the lines drawn the best, but you know, maybe something like this. Beautiful, right? It's nice. It's perfect. You're actually at the low ends of this range, and I wouldn't be surprised if we bounced right here at the 50 and continued moving higher. So yes, while you have pulled back, that's fine. I think that you do continue to move higher, but we'll see. We'll continue this video and see if that upholds or if that holds true. Stochastics are right at an area where you don't typically bounce, but you have bounced here before. You found resistance here, support right there before. You have bounced literally right here a handful of times throughout HBAR's recent history, right? This dates back to like August 3rd or October 11th, so definitely happens. Looking at the MACD, you have crossed red recently, but I don't really care. That's not a big deal on the 1 hour time frame. I mean, you've crossed red, but here, you know, here you crossed red, and then you moved up afterwards. Here you crossed red, right there, and then you moved up afterwards, right? Here we are, red, whatever, it doesn't really matter. We could move a little bit lower. It is possible that we do move lower, and I think we'll find that maybe more obvious on the 4 hour time frame. Let's see. It would make sense. I think it would make a lot of sense to move lower, right? Back test this prior resistance. You got close. You got pretty close, but you just didn't do it. Perhaps we have a date with Destiny down at prices just below 20 cents, maybe even just below 19 cents, and that's fine if we do. It's really not a problem if we do. If we look at this here from a high to a low, tips the 2618. Yeah, dude, it's perfect. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. This is not always how it works out, but this I've seen this kind of situation play out before, and I'm gonna just tell you what's gonna happen here. Okay, you see this white line, right? That's right there at that all-time high, or not the all-time high, that relevant high right there. The golden ratio is right there, right? The 1618 is right there. You found resistance at the 2618. It happens often enough where if you rip through all the way up to the 2618, that you go right back to the 1618, find support, and then you go up to the 3618. A little 2618, 1618, 3618 serendipity there. It's perfect. So I'm very confident that HBAR does return to prices just below 20 cents, but you probably don't go below 19 cents. I want you to understand, if we go below this level, if we do go below 19 cents, HBAR is still fine. You probably find support at like 18.5 cents then, whatever. But I don't think we go below. I think 19.5 cents is exactly where you're going to find support. If not 19.5 cents, 19 cents, somewhere in between, but 19.5 cents looks ripe for a low. So slightly lower prices intended. That's fine. 4 hour RSI is immaculate. You can afford to go a little bit lower. I mean, you look great here. You can come down and then come back up. You'll probably form some bearish divergence and then really consolidate afterwards. Stochastics, while you are down, I think they're fine. I think they're fine overall here. You do have, if we're looking at this, you do have lower lows in the stochastics, right? Oh, come on. Lower lows here, right? With higher lows in the price. It's hidden bullish divergence. It's a good thing. MACD looks great as well. So a little bit lower. 19.5 cents. You're at 20.2 cents now. Pull back a little bit and then they continue to rally. You're probably getting held up here for various reasons, but probably because Bitcoin's, you know, selling off, seeing some wackadoo price action over the past couple hours now. I'm actually surprised. I thought this move would come back, and it did. It did come back. We went all the way back up to 115.5K, and then we came back down. Literally last hour, it was so volatile, man. Like up and then back down. Just such you're drunk, Bitcoin. You're very drunk. Daily time frame, not daily time frame. I'm sorry. Daily time frame for HBAR. Looking at the RSI, we have broken a serious trend, you guys. We've broken a very serious trend. We broke that downtrend there, and now we are looking like we want to get into the overbought zone. With that being said, we are right here at an area that we've found resistance before on the RSI. We found resistance or support right around here before, you know, just above, just below, whatever. So if we get tied up a little bit, that's okay, but I'm not expecting this to take too long, right? We're not that far from 19.5 cents. We'll go down there, and then we should be on our merry way going over the coming days, I would think. Tomorrow or the next day, I would think tomorrow we're above this high, and the next day we're probably above that high too. Going into the beginning of November, we should pull back a little bit. Again, the thought here is that we, if we're looking at this as kind of a channel, right, from here to there, let's actually refine this a little bit. Let's maybe take this high, not the fake out high. But if we're looking at this as a channel, right, lower highs, lower lows, more or less, something like this, okay? I would expect that we are right here, somewhere in this range, right at the top, maybe just above this line, maybe just below this line, maybe disrespecting it entirely, but something right here that looks like a lower high in tune with this kind of trajectory, right? So right there between about 22 cents and let's say 24 cents, somewhere in that area. I would expect that we're here by the end of the 30th, and then going into November, we should probably pull back. I would expect then that we find support in the beginning of November at 20 and a half cents, something like that. 20 cents, 21 cents, somewhere in that range, and then we continue building higher in November. That's the thought there. Okay, that's literally the plan. Pump over the next couple of days, consolidate for about a week, then continue to rally. November is going to be great because once we continue to rally from this point, we're breaking out of this consolidation phase here. You break out of that consolidation phase, you're likely on your way to breaking out of this consolidation phase. And if you're breaking out of this consolidation phase, well, we're moving up to new all-time highs, right? So effectively, new all-time highs are to be expected once we break out of this little zone here amidst the scribble. Once we break out of that to like 24-cent area, when we see prices above 24 cents. Looking at the daily indicators, stochastics are great, MACD is fine, and the RSI looks ready to go, man. You are at a point to reject, so again, if we find a little turbulence here or there, that's fine. If we're more bearish than I'm giving it credit for, if we see prices below 19 cents, we're fine. I really don't think that we're going to go below 19 and a half cents, or if we do, I don't think we go too much lower than that. Weekly time frame, zooming out a little bit, the weekly RSI is bouncing at the same area that it bounced last time, the time before, and even the time before, okay? It's not perfect. It's absolutely not perfect, but we put a line right there, and it's close enough. Just above here, just below there, right at it there. It's pretty close. This is a good area to find support. At least that's what it's been for the recent history of HBAR. The last time you were here, you literally saw a move that over the course of 5 weeks took you up 140%. We found our low 2 weeks ago, so 3 more weeks from now, we should be up here or higher. I would think that we are beyond this, right? Looking at this from a high to a low right here of this range, the very first target areas to consider as far as interacting with would be like 55 cents to 82 cents, somewhere in this range. We probably do find some significance here or there. We consolidate whatever and we continue to bump up. I very much do believe that HBAR by the end of November will be here. Okay, by the end of November, it'll be here at least. And then going into December, we should see anything and everything from about $1.12 to $2.64 by the end of the year. Okay, so end of November, more so thinking 82 cents is what I'm thinking, if not at least 55 cents by the end of November. We're at 20 cents now. End of year, $1.12. I don't think that sounds right for the end of the year. End of the year is probably more like $1.80, honestly, to $2.64. That's what I would expect. We could see $1.80 by the end of November. I want to be clear. Maybe I'm not doing this the right way. Okay, this is like your minimum target area by the end of November. This is kind of your maximum target area by the end of November. And then by the end of December, by the end of the year, I would think that this is your target area that you could be working with, yeah. Maybe not that high. Maybe something right here, yeah. $2.65 to $1.76. And this coincides with a bunch of in-depth analysis that we've done over the months. Okay, I'm doing the trust me bro analysis right now, but this is based off of very in-depth analysis that we've done over the months. I just don't want to do it here because I don't want to spend more time talking about it. But I very much do believe those are the targets to expect over the coming days, weeks, and months. We've got a lot higher prices than that going into the end of the cycle, anticipating a $10 price or even beyond that by the end of the cycle, but probably something around $10. I got nothing else for you guys here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. Weekly stochastics are shaping up beautifully. The RSI is at a point to bounce, and the MACD right here, scooping the zero, looks beautiful. It's perfect. It's about to happen. Good things are coming, and as exciting as today is with this pump, just don't get too excited. We probably do pull back to about 19 and a half cents. That'd be my guess. I'm wrong. I'll be wrong if the price gets above 21.1 cents. If we get above 21.1 cents, then I'm wrong. But until then, I maintain the position 19 and a half cents or bust. Okay. Take care. See you later. Bye-bye.